They were going to have a one-lap sprint, and Marlin inherited first place. Alan Kulwicki right behind him. They come sprinting down to the finish line with Marlin getting the win and qualifying for the big money Winston.
And the outside of the 10th row added just a few moments ago with his win, and the Winston Open is Sterling Marlin. He came into the Winston in exactly the same way last year, starting 20th, and last year he finished a very close second.
There are the front four: Marlin, Schrader, Bodine, Mike Waltrip, and Rick Mast. White flag. Here comes Parsons in that yellow car, the Mannheim Auctions car, trying to pull up on Rick Mast. At sixth place, Parsons, and seventh, Dallenbach. Last lap. The black car is in the last qualified spot. That's the one that counts. Winning here just means you transfer on. It is Marlin coming off the corner, Schrader with him, Bodine third, Mike Waltrip, and Rick Mast is going to hang on. He will be fifth. Transfer on to the Winston. It's the third victory in the Winston Open for Sterling Marlin. He and Mike Waltrip have had a stranglehold on this race.
Terry Labonte has lost the draft of Mark Martin. I don't think he has much of a chance. Martin has probably lost the draft of these two cars. Looks like it might be one of these, or another car going slowly down the backstretch has run out of fuel as well. And it's Mark Martin.
We have Martin's
Mark Martin has run out of fuel.
The Fords are not getting the mileage the Chevrolets are getting.
But one is.
White flag.
Robert Yates, number 28, is still there. Last lap to decide it all. Sterling Marlin stays first. Ernie Irvan in second. Back straightaway final time.
It's between these two cars. Has Troy Aikman brought Sterling some luck?
We'll see.
Can Ernie Irvan pass him on this last lap, this last turn?
Into turn 3. Sterling Marlin in front. Ernie Irvan closing ground. Here they come down the stretch for the final time. It is Sterling Marlin in the lead. Down to the inside comes the 28. Coming to the line. Sterling Marlin's going to win it.
Coming to the line as the time begins to run out on this one. White flag coming out this time by. And it still stays Sterling Marlin first. Darrell Waltrip in second. Last lap. Anything left from Darrell Waltrip to close on Sterling Marlin? Looks a little doubtful here, Ned.
It looks doubtful. I think he's too far back to make any kind of move right now.
But he's coming.
He'll try, you can rest assured, but I think he has too much real estate between him and the 4 car.
And then there's a lot of real estate. About half a second back to Dale Jarrett third, Rusty Wallace fourth. Closing down the first 125-mile qualifier. Sterling Marlin coming to the line in car number 4. And he's going to take this one home. White flag is coming down.
The 6 car is not close enough to really make the effect.
Craven, the leading rookie, up in 14. This is it. 21 cars in the lead lap, and this is the final one. Draws away by about 3 car lengths. Cut it to 2. Here comes Earnhardt. The Intimidator will have to be at his intimidating best.
He's got him a running start, but it ain't going to be good enough.
I don't think it is either. He couldn't get the momentum that he needed.
Closes in, coming to 3. Sterling Marlin stays in front. Earnhardt nipping away at him here. Perched in second place. Trying to lurch out there. Launch one final assault out of turn 4. Down they come, the short 1,600-foot straightaway to the finish line. And the winner of the 1995 Daytona 500 is again Sterling Marlin.
Sterling Marlin looks like he has things under control, but the battle is for second place, and Musgrave once again has a run coming off the second corner. Just cannot.
Had to bring up on the lap car, he had to back off.
Yep.
He could not get in there at that time because there were 3 cars going slow into the turn, and that might have been enough to let Earnhardt. It did keep the position right then, but maybe for the duration of the race.
Just 2 more laps to go.
This is where Musgrave has been beating Earnhardt off the second corner. He's trying it again.
He's got it.
Now, is Earnhardt going to back off when he gets
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, he did. Now he's trying to drive under Musgrave. See? There it goes. Back out on the inside. That's a patented move.
Yeah.
Nobody does it better, that move, than Dale Earnhardt. Now, Ted will have to do it again, coming off the 2 over there. But the next time, you say, well, I'll slow that thing down just a little bit going into 3. Keep her down on the bottom of the racetrack. Let's see if he can do it.
This is the white flag. We're on the final lap. Sterling Marlin is a half a lap away from winning the Trans-South Financial 400. We continue to watch this battle for second place.
No, I didn't get up beside him that time coming off the 2.
Nope. Marlin is in turn 3 and 4. We'll keep an eye on him. Here are Earnhardt and Musgrave going through the corner. Here is Marlin taking the checkered flag, winning the race. Let's watch the battle for second. It goes to Earnhardt by about a half a car length.
5-time winner here. Earnhardt back in 3rd. White flag is down to it. Sterling Marlin brings them down into turn number 1. Perfect line.
Earnhardt trying to get under Dale Jarrett, but Jarrett's right on the bottom of the racetrack. There was no room there for that. They got to run. Jarrett's going to try it on the outside. Marlin closes that gap. Nowhere to go. No power to pass.
The backstretch is covered into the 3rd turn. Final time. Sterling Marlin leads them down. Jarrett with that Ford in 2nd. Earnhardt Chevrolet right there. Sterling Marlin, who won the Daytona 500 the last 2 years, looking stout. Here they come for the tri-oval. Let's see if anybody's going to make a move.
Earnhardt tried it down on the inside, but there was no place to go. He comes up on the outside of Jarrett, but he won't make the pass. Sterling Marlin will win it.
Sterling Marlin has won the 27th annual Die Hard 500. Morgan McClure reigns on those restrictor plate tracks.
Earnhardt has definitely gained on him through that traffic situation.
Here we go, the last lap. The white flag is showing. Sterling Marlin and Dale Jarrett go into turn number 1, nose to tail. Dale Earnhardt, several car lengths behind, will probably not be a factor in the win. Although he and Labonte have now hooked up into the draft, and they may come close to Jarrett.
Well, if they do, Jarrett will, whichever way he feels Earnhardt's going to go, he's going to try to get in front of him to try to let him push him by.
Now they move into turns 3 and 4.
$100,000 up for Jarrett if he can make a pass.
Let's see if he can do it. They come on to the tri-oval. Doesn't look very good, Ned.
No, it doesn't. I don't think he can do it.
Marlin has a 1 car length advantage as they head for the line. There's the checkered flag. Sterling Marlin wins at Talladega with Dale Jarrett 2nd and Dale Earnhardt. Terry Labonte finishing in 4th and Michael Waltrip 5th.
And apparently we are getting some sprinkles in the grandstand, but the heavy rain is about 300 to 400 yards west of the speedway, about I-95 headed right for us.
And so we may be approaching possibility of the final stage of this race, but of course NASCAR will make every effort to get all 160 laps in. Although it is drawing late in the afternoon, now almost 10 minutes before 4 Eastern time, and Jeff Gordon is trying to work on his teammate Terry Labonte for 2nd.
Well, I tell you what, it was very, very close. Now those 3 cars, if they can get hooked up. Now, Ernie Irvan has caught Earnhardt along with Dale Jarrett. So the Fords are at the very tail end of this lead pack, and there goes Earnhardt by the 4th place car on Kenny Schrader. And we're coming back to the line. Caution flag is out, probably because of the rain.
This could be it. There is Ernie Irvan picking up a position on Ken Schrader. Here they come off of the 4th corner onto the tri-oval. Terry Labonte looks to the inside. It's going to be Sterling Marlin winning the race to the caution with Labonte, Gordon, Earnhardt, and Ernie Irvan the top 5. 43 laps to go as the caution comes out because of rain.
Elmo is telling them we're going to stop, I guess.
Yep, we're going to pit road. And it is raining hard enough here in front of the main grandstand to halt this event.
I think this is a red flag situation. And as a matter of fact, all the teams have tarps on their pits. There's no way anybody can stop now because there's tarps out there.
Yep. We don't see a red flag, however. But
they wait until the cars go, all the cars go by the start-finish line.
Okay. Elmo is leading him down very slowly on pit road, but we are still under officially the caution flag. There it is.
As soon as those cars go by, they will display the red flag.
Looks like they're going to stop just shy of the start-finish line. And everybody scrambling for cover and to get their pit areas covered up. Keep them as dry as they possibly can. The official word has been given. The Pepsi 400 is over. They will not attempt to restart this race because the rain continues to fall very, very heavily. It's still thundering and lightning. And besides that, the radar looks very, very poor. And it doesn't look like it's going to stop raining anytime soon.
One lap to go. This not only determines who gets in, but where they will start on Sunday.
Certainly, if you have anything left, you put it all to work right now.
Trouble! One car hard in the wall. That may have been Schrader. A vicious right turn into the wall for Schrader. They will race to the checkered flag. And look at this on the back straightaway. Sterling Marlin trying to weave and break the draft.
Exactly what he was doing. He's watching the mirror right now. Dale Jarrett pulled up about a car length as they head down toward the front straightaway.
Still side by side back of the pack. There's your leader. Ahead of Dale Jarrett. Sterling Marlin, whose father won one of these qualifying races, will go to victory lane. Jarrett, Labonte, Spencer, Burton, Coe, and Martin.
Now the green is in the wind, and he takes off.
Well, there's a method to his madness. We saw Ricky Hendrick lose the ARCA race here the other day. If you've got an open gear in these cars, you're only pulling with the right rear tire. And if you really stab that throttle, you can break the thing loose, and the car won't go. But I don't know if that was a really good move, because they're going to get a run on him up the back straightaway.
Marlin goes to third. Unsponsored Kenny Wallace in 10th. He's in the show. Look at Jason Leffler right there drafting off a Nadu.
They have left Brother Michael out to dry there, DW.
Afraid so, and I think Earnhardt's a set and duck, boys.
Here they come on the inside. Earnhardt comes down to block.
Too late. He had that jump start he got didn't work out. That's an old Indian trick, but it didn't work out today.
That's an awfully big lead for Sterling to have in turn 4 there. They could get a run on him.
No, I think he can hold him off from there. He can block him enough from there.
3 wide, 4 back. Felix Sabates on his feet. They are 4 wide coming to the line.
Wow.
And I think Buckshot Jones may have grabbed that last transfer spot as Sterling Marlin wins it.
Tony Glover's lobbying the NASCAR officials in his pit. And he's getting help from his driver on the radio. Sterling really giving a very detailed weather report. You can imagine what he's telling them.
Ricky Craven is right there.
Closing in. Caution. Caution's coming out for rain.
Caution down.
They're racing back to the yellow flag. Is this the end of the event? Hornaday has come off of pit road, and Marlin's going to get to the caution first. The fans that are still in their seats, on their feet, as Sterling Marlin puts his hand out the window, the somewhat soggy salute at the checkered flag, and Marlin has won a rain-shortened Pepsi 400 at Michigan.
And you will not see any burnouts today.
No. You won't see the smoke from the burnout anyway.
You know, we talked at the top of our broadcast about this being the home stadium for many of these teams and how important it was to win. Ironically, the guy that's going to win is one of the few drivers who doesn't live in the Charlotte area.
Still maintains his residence in Columbia, Tennessee.
Nashville area is where Columbia is.
But the car and the 30 or 40 people that work on this car are all based about 30 miles from here.
Final lap for Sterling Marlin, seeking his 8th NASCAR Winston Cup win and his 2nd of 2001. He's led the Dodge Boys charge all throughout this season, and now he's going to get the win in the UAW GM Quality 500. Marlin wins at Charlotte.
Slow down, man. I want to tell you something.
Right now, Sterling Marlin saying it's all about me.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, you're
White flag.
He wishes he had a orange spoiler on the back of that car.
97, he's about to blow up.
Talking about Kurt Busch.
who is way off the pace, but will finish this race after having a great day. Here is Marlin. 8th at Daytona, 2nd at Rockingham, looking for his 9th Winston Cup win, all on super speedways.
And another win for Dodge. And the most consistent car the second half of the season last year and starting off that way again this year. It's got to be a thrill to be driving that thing right now.
Sterling Marlin brings the Coors Light Dodge across the line for his 9th Winston Cup victory.
We're all around, 2 to go.
And here comes Newman.
Yeah, he's closing in a hurry. Here comes the 48 and the 2 both. So Junior's going to have his hands full here last couple of laps.
I think he's done made those tires mad.
Yeah, he doesn't take those tires off, and he's in no position to hold anybody up. That has a whole lot to do with it. You know your car's not good enough to outrun somebody. You get run over from behind, get spun out, and cost yourself a good finish.
Boy, what a season this guy's having. I mean, 4 top 10s, leading the points. He's consistent everywhere.
Challenge material. And look, wasn't afraid to change the motor and go to the rear. Weren't worried. A lot of guys say, well, we're doomed.
And wasn't afraid to let people pass him. Say, I'll race you when the time comes.
2 guys that went to the rear are first and second point men. Where are they now?
Right up there.
First and fifth.
Get back to the line. No pressure.
Sterling Marlin will get his 8th consecutive top 10 finish, his 10th Winston Cup career win, and his 2nd win of 2002. Marlin wins the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400. McMurray edges ahead, and they'll see the white flag.
Whoa, they touched that time again. Oh,
Jamie gets sideways,
baby.
Holds on to it.
Hang on.
Marlin's up there, white flag.
Hang on to her, Jamie. Here comes Sterling.
McMurray saved it, but it gave Marlin a run on both of them, and Marlin takes the lead, trying to win his 4th Nextel Open.
Jamie carried it into turn 1 a little bit too hard, got up out of the groove, had to get out of the throttle.
He's going to try the inside down there. You block the inside. If he goes high, I'll let you know.
He's got a long way to go, though. He's behind him about 3 car lengths. Sterling just shot out of a rocket with 2 laps to go.
Looked like the truck race.
That one's yours.
Checkered flag in the air. Sterling Marlin wins the Nextel Open for the 4th time.
Boy, that was for a race that started off a little ragged. It ended up exciting.
This video is presented by DiecastModelsWholesale.com. They offer a wide variety of die-cast cars, models, action figures, and other objects from companies like Hot Wheels, Greenlight, and Johnny Lightning, representing franchises such as Formula One, IndyCar, Star Trek, and Marvel. This is just a small sample of what Diecast Models Wholesale offers. They have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. For a special deal from me, Ryan Holman, use the link in the description of this video and as the pinned comment for it.